I'm actually in. This is the framing for it.
Okay.
And we're live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Hospitality Digital Marketing, live coverage of Hsmai's Digital Marketing Conference. And with me is the esteemed Mr. Bob Gilbert, president of Hsmai. It is rare to drag him out of all the complexities of going on with the conference, but Bob, thank you for taking at least a few minutes to tell us what's going on.
Thank you for being here, Lauren, as always.
No, all good. We're dying to know how the conference itself, how's it going, attendees, type of attendees, mainly for people that maybe didn't get the opportunity to come join us this year.
Sure.
To get a feel for what they might want to do for next year.
Well, this conference is continued to grow, so we're really excited about the growth we're seeing this year. This year we're pushing almost 350 people at this conference. It's really one of the unique gatherings in the world of people that do what they do for a living. Of all the hotel people here today, 72% are from the corporate offices of about 62 unique brands, management companies, and ownership groups. And if you look at the size and scope of the hotel industry, that's a pretty big representative sample. The other 28% are usually at the unit level of hotels, mostly a lot of the high-end independent big box luxury resorts, which happen to have a meeting yesterday, so it's a good co-location opportunity.
Sure. I know the Adrians were last night, which was, by the way, phenomenal.
Thank you.
I mean, truly I don't know how each year you get to top it, because, between the desserts that are on tables, the foods that serve, but the networking is amazing, because quite literally, you're dealing with 1,000 of the biggest and brightest in the industry that you've somehow been convinced to come to New York in February, which, by the way, is also, weather-wise, is amazing. Walking around with no jacket outside of all things this time of year, but again, just the gala itself, the winners, and it's always seemed like the game is upping. It's like every year you see these ads that are just like, how can they do that?
You know, we're a marketing association. We have to practice what we preach, right? The innovation components of what we do to simply produce events has to continue because the bar raises every year. And you've got 1,000 people of type A's that have the attention span of not much. So you've got to have a really tight show. You have to build the innovation into the show. People have told us for years that the agencies and the hoteliers come to see the work. So a lot of what makes the Adrians unique, and why last night we celebrated 60th anniversary, six decades of Adrian Awards, was a lot of fun as well. So that was another opportunity to add some innovation to the show. But still, you've got to have a show that shows the work. People want to see what are the best practices in advertising and digital marketing and public relations, and that educational opportunity in a fun, entertaining format allows hotel companies and agencies to bring an entire table of their staff and be able to show them the best work of the industry for the year. Yep. So it really is educational in nature, but delivered in a really fun format.
And again, a lot of great tables. There was a lot of large tables, and it was fun because it wasn't just because they were a recipient of multiple awards, is that they truly just enjoyed being at the event. There was a lot of people that were there that just, the ability to, the camaraderie of the engagement of people is just, it's fun. It's like, it's almost like going to home suite, because you get there and just like, people, and then you meet people.
It's a small industry, as you know, but I think what continues to amaze me about the work that rises to the top of the award-winning entries every year is that it's not all about the budget. You've got small campaigns that were done on a really tight budget or on a dime that had phenomenal results. And one of the nuances we added this year, because we continue to see this trend in all the judging we do, is the critical need for metrics across advertising, public relations. Of course, digital marketing's always had that. But so with every platinum case study that we showcased last night, we had the metrics that went along with that. And all that is archived, so we've taped all that. It'll be online on our websites once we've uploaded it all. But the live event is fun. It's unique, and you get the energy in the room. And no matter how many things continue to go digital, you can't beat face-to-face. And if this becomes one of those annual gatherings, as it has become for the sales and marketing folks and hospitality, travel, and tourism, there's nothing like it in the industry.
No, there really is. There really is. It's amazing, and just fun to see the transition over the few years that I've had the pleasure of being able to come. Is like for this year, I think Best Western's going to give us those little 3D glasses as a part of the token at the table. And you think about how much, even just 2 years ago, that kind of stuff just didn't exist, and
well,
now here's
it was at this conference, at the Digital Marketing Conference. It was 3 years ago. We gave out green cardboard for the first time,
right,
and now you've got multiple partners here at the conference where you can sit down in their chair next to their booth and put on some headsets and actually experience virtual reality. And you used to have to go to CES to see that type of stuff, but now there's enough product in the marketplace where hoteliers and a lot of destination marketing organizations need to touch and feel this stuff and see what are the implications that are unique to my hotel, my hotel company, and my destination. Because there's so much you can do that's, at the end of the day, going to help you win market share and get more customers, get more eyeball share on your site or to your hotel. And that's what the game is all about.
And it just, again, in this relationship to this conference, the conversation levels, the intensities of conversations, for those who are engaged with the digital marketing and revenue management and so forth in the market now, this is like your tribe, because rather than talking to somebody and their eyes kind of glaze over as you're talking about tech geeky stuff, here the audience not only listens but they augment it, they add stuff to it. It's just
funny
crazy
you talked about the tribe. I was just talking to there's 3 or 4 people here that were part of the original advisory board we had when we started this conference 14 years ago. And I remember it was about 60 people sitting in a hotel ballroom in Miami, and the biggest conversation was all about trademark and trademark protection.
Wow.
And that was the evolution of how digital marketing, started. There were some real issues the industry had to rally around to figure it out together, and there was more power figuring it out collectively than there was for each individual hotel trying to tackle all those challenges. And now those issues not only have matured, but the industry has matured. And the topics you see here, where you're talking about, the science of digital marketing and the intersection of marketing and technology and the overlap with revenue management and consumer behavior, those are all topics that have to be integrated today. And we think this conference and some of the other conferences that we do certainly are unique forums to be able to socialize that as an industry, and the industry needs to be able to do that. You can't have those conversations within the silo of any particular company, a brand, a management company, or an ownership.
Very true.
And what's interesting about the Digital Marketing Conference is, I think Lauren, we're doing this globally now. Hsmai in Europe is doing a digital marketing conference that have been for 7 or 8 years now. At Asia-Pac, we're doing a digital marketing conference, and so just like our revenue management conference, the hotel industry in those parts of the world needs to come together and have the same conversation, and we're just thrilled that Hsmai can facilitate that.
Again, going to that point, I mean, Jackie in APAC and then Ingrid in Europe, it's just the crossover dialogues that are beginning to happen, the sharing of notes, I guess, in a strange way. I mean, I only relate to it more from the digital side of it, from the conversations I've had the pleasure of being part of. And it just, the collaboration globally now that's beginning to come through this entire process. And again, privileged of being able to be associated with the Rocket, which is the revenue optimization continuing education training that's coming up in March for Baltimore, New York, Baltimore, St. Louis, and then I think there's another 3 cities yet to be finalized, but they'll be coming in April as well. The conversations are merging. It's no longer we're talking digital over here and revenue over here and PR or operations. It's collective conversation.
Well, and that's an important point, because I think there's no question part of our mission is to help hotels grow their revenue through sales, marketing, revenue optimization. But we do not want to imply that any of that is siloed. While there certainly are events that will go a mile deep in helping those particular disciplines focus on what they need to focus on, at the end of the day, the cross-pollination of those skill sets across what we currently know as sales and marketing and revenue management are critical for any organization to succeed. Those silos are being broken down. They still exist in some companies, but they're quickly breaking down. Even with IT, you see some of our events, you see the chief marketing officers come hand in hand with their CIO or CTO, because they understand they need to understand consumer behavior together. And at the end, that's the end game. It's the customer that's forcing all of us to innovate and change. It's the customer's behavior that is shopping differently, that's going through that whole travel decision funnel very differently. And as marketers, if we're not aware of that and we're aligning our strategy around that from a technology perspective or a a sales perspective or a pricing perspective, then you're going to be less successful than getting your share of that customer.
Sure.
And that's the end game.
Yeah, and to your point, again, even though this is more the digital marketing and the technology, the level of people, and you mentioned earlier, the combination of people that are in the room is much more dynamic now. I only think of it in the short experience I have of like technology used to be the guy that sat all the way down by the AV department. I mean, I can only imagine, you've been doing this with HSMI for how many years total now?
21 years.
Yeah. And just think of the transitions, the things that you've done. I mean, from not having the exist to worry about. Yeah, there was nothing existed to it, and now all of a sudden it's like all these metrics and things that get combined and so forth in the combination. So you've seen this transition, but not just seen it from watching from the outside. You've had to guide the leadership of HSMAI ahead of that curve. You had to know when the wave was coming and know how to paddle fast enough to make sure everything is going in the way that.
For any association, that's always a challenge. I think any association has to depend, as I depend, on our leadership. We have advisory boards and our board of directors. You've got to have people in positions of leadership that can guide that ship. From a staff perspective, our job is to facilitate. And if we can identify what are the top trends, and we do that now through multiple channels in the association world. We have our board of directors, we've got advisory boards for each of the major disciplines, we've got executive roundtables we do globally. Europe, Asia, Pac, and the Americas are doing roundtables, so we have different peer groups that come together, and if we're not harvesting, if you will, all of those insights and trends and converting them into products or education programs that benefit the industry at large, then we're not doing our job.
Yeah. Well, an ardent task at the least to keep everybody. And then just as a peek behind the curtain, I don't think people realize how much gets done by so few for so many, in the sense of even just the Adrians. I mean, I was fortunate that I was able to help along, I guess, or just be able to play with social for a little bit, or just an extra hand on something. And just the few people that you pull off, I mean, just picture a room, like I said, of alphas, 1,000 people that are best at their business, and they will look for every nuance that isn't, but everything ran smooth, it ran great, the timing was great, and I was very surprised, given the audience, they tend to talk as things go on, as the awards begin to roll and so forth, and the bars and the food and everything else, but everybody was very focused. I mean, they kept with the conversations, the process.
One of the innovation things, I don't know if you told your followers this yet, but that we had last night is we had live streaming from the M Live at Marriott's headquarters in Bethesda. And so all Instagram posts and all tweets were being captured by M Live at Marriott's headquarters. And then we kept doing screenshots every so often of all the things that were rolling. And every time people would see things they posted, they were getting excited.
Yep.
But there were thousands of posts that were going up
That's
last
awesome.
night. So that's an example of how you successfully engage your audience into an event. And that was really fun, but we could have done that without Marriott stepping forward and saying, hey, how about if we do something fun like this?
Yeah.
And, then you need to figure out, okay, how do you produce that? But it worked really well.
No, it did. It came up exceptionally well. And again, I think the audience participation, everybody else who was engaged with it, I think the content, again, was again fascinating to watch those that won not just the Platinum Awards, but just the dialogue of what everyone's awards were about, and the success that they had with them. And to your point, it wasn't the big budget ones were always the forefront winners. It was sometimes just the most remarkable, creative ways of doing it, and it really wasn't the money part of it. So.
And the awards have been around for 60 years, but it goes back to volunteer engagement in an association. Every year we have anywhere from 200 to 300 volunteers that do the judging. And everybody who's ever judged tells me afterwards that they learned something by going through the awards. And whether they come in and they help us judge 5 entries or 50 entries, they're going to walk away with something they've learned. And that process, just by seeing the types of work that's happening in the industry.
Yep.
So that's another way for members to get engaged in the judging process. And they're the ones that help us spot those trends.
Yeah.
We're just there to facilitate.
No, again, first-hand experience, I learn more than I ever give in anything from conversations to participation. Like you said, just even the judging process. I never thought of that, or wow, that's remarkable, or just the exposure to other people's thought processes is phenomenal too. I think behind us, for those who can't see us on the camera, lunch is beginning to break, so we're about to lose our quietness out of this whole process. Other than, of course, this concluding at the end of today, we have coming up in Toronto Toronto in June. Not only High Tech, which is ours, but ours in collaboration with High Tech, but the Rock Conference.
Absolutely, and this will be, I think, once again, one of the largest rock events we do in the world. We'll do rock in 5 cities around the world this year. We'll do rock in Amsterdam in March. We'll be in Toronto in June. We'll be in Sao Paulo in August, and then we'll be in April. We'll actually be in Singapore, and then in November in Bangkok. So revenue management is